Hi, this is Ben Crane from Corsa Technology. In this video, I'm going to show how you can easily deploy the Corsa Red Armor security control point to automatically block threats using alerts from your IDS or CM. Here's a diagram of the integration lab setup I'll be using in the video. You can pause the video if you want to look at all the details, but here is a simpler picture showing the general architecture. We have a target host connected to the internet where there are attackers and threats, and the Corsa Red Armor is deployed on the wire in between. This deployment architecture gives the security team powerful access to network traffic for both analysis and threat mitigation, and is transparent to other network operations. So we don't complicate routing, and we are not limited to what routers can do for mitigation. Connected to the Red Armor is an IDS, in this case Bro, that receives a copy of all IP traffic passing through the wire. The IDS has a control path that enables it to install rules in the Red Armor to block threats. We'll be using that control path in this video. Also, there is a virtual machine for gathering and presenting data using the Elastic Stack toolset. This gives us a window into what's going on in the network. Here's the screen layout I'll be using. There is a Kibana window displaying traffic through the Red Armor and counts of Bro Intel log entries. There are a couple of windows for traffic generation and observation, and there are two windows following Bro logs showing the threats detected by the IDS, the notice log, and the actions taken to mitigate these threats, the NetControl log. First, I'd like to look at how quickly we can block a threat. To do this, I've created a Bro signature to detect attempts to access a reserved honeypot address. The signature just identifies packets with destination address matching the honeypot address, and a signature match event handler calls the Bro NetControl framework to block the source address attempting to reach the honeypot address. The NetControl framework uses a Corsa plugin to install rules in the Red Armor through a REST API. So if we go to the screen, first, on the target system, I'll run TCP dump to capture packets sent to the honeypot address. And then in the traffic generation window, I'll run nmap to map the ports at this address. Typically, nmap tests 1,000 ports in about 1.5 seconds. We see here that only about 10 packets arrive before the scanner is blocked. We've measured the mitigation response time in this setup, and the time from the first scan packet to the first packet dropped is under 200 milliseconds. And this setup has not been optimized for performance in any way, so that's a pretty good response time. So what can we do with automated threat mitigation? One useful thing is to block known threats and exploits so your security response team is not burdened with routine mitigation actions. For example, I've just run a PCAP file containing the Heartbleed exploit, and you can see that the Bro detects the exploit and installs a drop rule to block the attacker. Here's another one. I'll play a PCAP file that contains the ShellShock attack. And again, we should see that Bro detects the attack and uses the NetControl framework to install a block of the source of that attack. This may take a few seconds because the logs are flushed just every 10 seconds. And there we have it. So here are 3 Bro scripts that automate mitigation of common exploits. Each mitigation script is based on a community-developed detection script. These detection scripts generate notices when an exploit or attack is detected. Each mitigation script is just a hook on the relevant notice event. When the detection script generates a notice, the hook is executed and calls the Bro NetControl framework to install a mitigation rule using the Corsa plugin. In these examples, we install a rule to block the offending source address. In the demo scripts, the block time is low, expressed in seconds, but in practice you may block an attacker for a day or a week or longer. So as you can see, with Red Armor, it's fairly simple to add automatic mitigation for known threats to your IDS. I hope I've given you an idea of how easy it is to integrate the Corsa Red Armor with an IDS to provide automated mitigation of known threats and implement security policy at your network edge without impacting overall network operations. In the next video, I'll describe another application of Red Armor using selective redirect to block access to malware domains. If you would like more information on Corsa Red Armor or the setup used in this video, you can contact us by email at sales@corsa.com.